Here's what nobody tells you about the revenge glow up. It's exhausting. Not just physically exhausting through, although constantly grinding to prove yourself definitely takes a toll. Of course it does, but spiritually exhausting, emotionally exhausting, the kind of exhaustion that comes from never being able to simply enjoy your life because you're too busy performing it for someone else. You achieve something incredible, and instead of celebrating, you're immediately checking. Did they see it? Did they notice? Did they care? And you can't just be. You can't just live. Every moment becomes a performance designed to generate a specific response from a specific person, and that performance is killing you. The second truth about I'll show him or show her trap is this. The exhaustion of constantly proving yourself keeps you performing instead of living. And this performance prevents you from experiencing the genuine fulfillment you're actually seeking. Here's what happens when you're stuck in I'll show him or her mode. Every achievement becomes a performance. Every success becomes a message. Every transformation becomes proof. You're not just living your life, you're creating it for an audience, specifically for the audience of the person who didn't value you. You post the gym selfie, but you're really thinking about whether they'll see it. You share the career win, but you're really wondering if they'll notice. You show up looking amazing, but you're really hoping they'll regret what they lost. You become, or your life becomes, a performance designed to generate a specific response from a specific person. And that performance is absolutely exhausting because you can never just be. You can never just enjoy your success for what it is. You can never just appreciate your growth without wondering if, they're watching, if they're noticing, if they're finally seeing your worth. Every moment is just kind of filtered through the question, will this make them regret losing me? And think about how exhausting that is. You can't just work out because it feels good. You're working out how to show them what they're missing. You can't just pursue a career goals because they fulfill you. You're pursuing them to prove you didn't need them. You can't just live your life. You're performing your life for their potential regret. And this is what CARDI's pattern looks like from the outside. Every photo shoot isn't just a photo shoot, it's a message. Every success isn't just a success, it's proof. Every moment of her life becomes part of the performance of, look what you're disrespecting. And that performance is just exhausting because she can never just be CARDI enjoying her life. She's always CARDI proving her worth to someone who's already shown he just doesn't value it. And the result, you achieve incredible things, but you feel empty. You hit major goals, but you don't feel satisfied. You transform your entire life, but still feel like something's just missing. Because what's missing isn't more achievement, more success, more proof of your worth. What's missing is the ability to experience your life for yourself instead of performing it for someone else's validation. When you're in the I'll show him or her trap, you lose access to genuine satisfaction, because satisfaction requires being present with your achievements, appreciating them for what they are, experiencing them as fulfillment rather than as proof. But you can't do that when you're constantly performing for someone else's attention. Like I said, you hit the goal or you hit the goal, and instead of celebrating, you're immediately checking, did they see it? Did they notice? Did they care? And when they don't respond the way you hoped, when they don't seem, impressed, they don't reach out, they don't show regret, you feel devastated, not because the achievement itself wasn't valuable, but because the achievement was never actually about the achievement. It was about getting a response from them. So you set another goal, achieve something bigger, prove something more, hoping this will finally make them see. But it never really does it? Because they've already shown you they don't see your value. And no amount of external proof will create internal appreciation in someone who lacks it. Think about Offset's pattern. CARDI achieves more and more and more. She becomes one of the biggest stars in the world. She makes incredible money. She's celebrated globally. And he still cheats, still disrespects her, still treats her like she's replaceable. Not because her achievements aren't impressive, but because his behavior was never actually about her not being impressive enough. It was about his character, his choices, his lack of integrity. And no amount of her success will change that. And the same is true for whoever you're performing for. You know, their lack of appreciation isn't because you haven't achieved enough. It's because they lack the capacity to appreciate what you're offering, and you can't create that capacity in them through your performance. You just can't. So you end up exhausted, constantly achieving but never satisfied, constantly transforming but never fulfilled, constantly proving but never feeling seen, because you're performing for the wrong audience. The right audience for you, for your life, is you. You know, your transformation should fulfill you. Your success should satisfy you. Your growth should be for you. But when you're stuck in the I'll show him or show her trap, you've made someone else the primary audience for your life. And that means you can never actually really enjoy your own show. You're too busy wondering if they're enjoying it. And this creates a profound emptiness. You look successful from the outside. You look like you're thriving. You look like you've moved on and leveled up. But really from the inside, you're still stuck, still performing, still seeking validation for someone who already showed you they won't give it. Think about your own patterns for a minute. How often do you achieve something and immediately think about whether a specific person will see it? How often do you post something primarily hoping a specific person is watching? How often is your motivation for growth less about fulfilling yourself and more about proving something to someone else? So if you're honest, you might recognize that you've been performing your life instead of living it. That you've been achieving for someone else's validation instead of your own fulfillment. You know, that you've been so focused on proving your worth to someone who doesn't see it, that you've lost touch with experiencing your worth for yourself. And this is the exhaustion of the I'll show him or her trap. Not just the physical exhaustion of constant achievement, but the spiritual exhaustion of never being able to simply enjoy your life because you're always performing it for someone else's approval. CARDI can achieve everything, but if she's achieving it primarily to show Offset what he's missing, she'll never actually experience satisfaction, because satisfaction requires presence. And she can't be present with her success if she's constantly performing it for his attention. And the same is true for you. You can achieve incredible things, but if you're achieving them primarily to prove something to someone who already showed you they don't value you, they'll never actually experience, or you'll never actually experience fulfillment. Because fulfillment requires living for yourself, not performing for someone else. This is the second truth. The exhaustion of constantly proving yourself keeps you performing instead of living. You achieve incredible things but feel empty because you're experiencing them as proof rather than fulfillment. So focused on showing someone else your worth that you've lost touch with experiencing it for yourself.